Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, Crochet for Baby. Thank you for watching and thank you for subscribing. In today's tutorial, I'm going to show you how to make the corner to corner crystal waves crochet stitch. I have shown you how to do the stitch horizontally, but now I will show you where you start here in one corner and finish at the end of the other one. So you do rows just like this. You can also change colors. I will show you how to do that as well. So without further ado, let's get started and thank you for watching. Okay, to begin making our corner to corner crystal waves crochet stitch, I'm using a 4.5mm crochet hook and light number 3 baby yarn. You can use any yarn as long as you use the appropriate hook size for the yarn that you're going to use. Okay, so here to begin, we're going to chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. On the 4th chain from the hook, we're going to make 3 double crochets. So into this first chain, we're going to make 3 double crochets. There's 1, 2, 3 double crochets. Okay, so this is our first fan. So now we're going to chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Into the 4th chain from the hook, 1, 2, 3, 4, which is this very first one that we just did. We're going to make 3 double crochets, just like this. I like to grab both loops. If you want to only do one loop like this, that's fine. I like to insert my hook, making sure that I do my stitches into both loops, just like this. So I'm going to make 3 double crochets. There's 1, 2, 3. Okay, so now we have our first fan for the first row, and now we have our first fan for the second row. So here, what we're going to do is we're going to turn this one a little, just like this, and here we have 1, 2, 3 double crochets plus our 3 chains here that we left at the beginning. This stitch, you can either do it the original way, how I did my crystal wave stitch, which was on the 3rd double crochet, we did a front post single crochet. Or you can do it on the 2nd double crochet into this one, into this one here. When you do it into the 2nd double crochet, this is what it looks like. Okay, the stitch is a little bit more raised. There it is. Hope you can see that. Whereas if you do it on the 3rd double crochet, this is what it looks like. They're both very pretty, so that would be up to you how you want to do it. I tend to like it on the 2nd double crochet, but I'm going to stick to the original pattern, so I'm going to make it on the 3rd double crochet. So into the 3rd double crochet, I'm going to make a front post single crochet. So insert your hook on one side, come out the other, and make your front post single crochet. Now you're going to chain 3, and into the chain 3 space, right here, we're going to make 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so now we have 2 fans for the 2nd row. Now for the 3rd row, you're going to chain 4. Okay, 4 chains, and into the first chain, which is this one here, 1, 2, 3, 4. So into the 4th chain or the first chain right here, Again, we're going to make 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3. Okay, and now these, making sure we're going to turn them a little like this. Okay, and then here we have our first fan. Here onto the 3rd double crochet, 1, 2, 3, you're going to make a front post single crochet. So you go in through one side, come out the other, pull up a loop, and make a front post single crochet. Chain 3, and inside this chain 3 space, we're going to make 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3. Okay, and then now we have our second fan that we made on the 2nd row. So this one consists of 3 double crochets and the chain 3 space. So onto the 3rd double crochet, insert your hook through one side, come out the other, and make your front post single crochet. Chain 3, and into the chain 3 space, right here into this space here, we're going to make 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3. Okay, and this is our 3rd row. As you can see, now we have 3 fans for this 3rd row. That's all there is to it. So now for the 4th row, again, chain 4, and into the very first chain that we just did, or if you count from the hook, it's the 4th chain, you're going to make 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so now we're going to turn this one this way. And now we have our first fan for the 3rd row. So again, this consists of 3 double crochet and a chain 3 space. Into the 3rd double crochet, we're going to make a front post single crochet, chain 3, and then inside the chain 3 space, 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3. And then again, we have our next fan, 3 double crochets and the chain 3 space. Into the 3rd double crochet, you're going to make a front post single crochet, chain 3, and inside the chain 3 space, 3 double crochets. Okay, and then again we have our last fan for the 3rd row. So in this one we have the same thing, 1, 2, 3 double crochets and the chain 3 space. Into the 3rd double crochet, a front post single crochet, chain 3, and inside the chain 3 space, again 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so here's our 4th row, and this is what it looks like. Okay, so you're just going to continue doing the exact same thing until you have the length that you want your blanket to be, for example, or if you're making a shawl, you can also use this stitch to make your shawl. Just continue making rows. So let's do a couple more rows, and I will show you how to do it if you want to do it on the second double crochet instead of the third. So here, let me show you one more row of the way that I did my crystal wave stitch. So here, 4 chains, and into the first chain we're going to make 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to turn this a little like this, and now we have our first fan. So into the third, 1, 2, 3, we're going to make a front post single crochet, chain 3, and inside the chain 3 space, 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3. Okay, and then again we have our next fan. Into the third double crochet, you're going to make a front post single crochet, chain 3, inside the chain 3 space, this one here, 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3. Okay, and then we have our next fan. Into the third double crochet, a front post single crochet, chain 3, inside the chain 3 space, 3 double crochets. Okay, now we have our last fan. Again, we have 3 double crochets and 3 chains. Into the third double crochet, a front post single crochet, chain 3, and inside the chain 3 space, 3 double crochets. Okay, this is all you're going to do until you have the size that you want. At the end, I'm going to come back and show you how to start reducing so that this is a square. Okay, so now here, let me show you one row of how you would do the same stitch but into the second double crochet instead of into the third. So here again, we would chain 4, and into the first chain, 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to turn this a little. This row that I'm just starting is just to show you how you would do it into the second double crochet instead of the third. So we have 1, 2, 3 double crochets and a chain 3. Into the second, make a front post single crochet, chain 3, and then 3 double crochets inside this chain 3 space. So the only thing that changes is where you make your front post single crochet. Okay, and then again we have our next fan. So into the second double crochet, this one here, a front post single crochet, chain 3, and inside the chain 3 space, 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, and then we have our next fan. Into the second double crochet, a front post single crochet, chain 3, And now into the chain 3 space, 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3. Okay, and now we have our next fan. Into the second double crochet, a front post single crochet, chain 3, and inside the chain 3 space, 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3. Okay, and now we have our last fan. Same thing. Into the second double crochet, a front post single crochet, chain 3, and into the chain 3 space, 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to do a few more rows, just like I showed you, and then I will come back and show you how to square this off. Okay? I'm going to show you now how to switch colors if you want to do it like I did. I did it in 2 colors. It's very easy. The only thing is you have to cut your yarn, so I'm going to cut it here. And this last double crochet, I'm not going to finish closing it. I'm just going to leave it like this because I have this next color here. Okay, and so with this color, I'm sure there are easier ways to join, but this is how I do mine. I just line them up like this and grab both strands and close this last stitch like this. Okay, and now I'm going to leave the pink here on one side, and with this blue, I'm going to chain 4. Okay, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4. And into the first chain, again, same thing. We're going to make 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3. Okay, and then we're going to turn this and into the third double crochet, or into the second if you're doing it the other way, a front post single crochet, chain 3, and into the chain 3 space, 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3. Okay, and then again into the third double crochet, a front post single crochet, chain 3, and 3 double crochets inside the chain 3 space. Okay, and this is all there is to changing color. So I'm going to finish this row, and then I'm going to come back and show you how to square our corner to corner crystal wave stitch. So to start reducing the stitch, this is what we need to do. Okay, so I did my last double crochets here into this last chain 3 space. Now I'm going to turn like this, and into this double crochet that's here into the second one, I'm going to make a slip stitch into the third double crochet, and a slip stitch inside the chain 3 space. Okay, and now I'm going to chain 3, and inside this first chain 3 space, I'm going to make 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3. Okay, and now we have our first fan here. Into this third double crochet, a front post single crochet, chain 3, inside the chain 3 space, 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3. Okay, and then we have our next fan. Into the third double crochet, a front post single crochet, chain 3, inside the chain 3, 3 double crochets. Okay, so I'm going to continue like this all the way to the end. I'm going to fast forward this part. Okay, so I'm here at the end. Now, this is my last fan. So here I have this last fan for the previous row. So into the chain 3 space, right here at the very end, we're going to make a slip stitch. Okay, because we're not going to work this last fan. So now for the next row, so make sure you end with a slip stitch at the end. So now we're going to turn, and here into this first double crochet we're going to make a slip stitch, a slip stitch into the next, a slip stitch into the next double crochet, and a slip stitch inside the chain 3 space. Chain 3, inside this chain 3 space, 3 double crochets, 1, 2, 3, and then we start working our normal stitch. So into the third double crochet, a front post single crochet, chain 3, 3 double crochets inside the chain 3 space. Okay, this is all you're going to do, so continue like this all the way to the end here right before this last fan. Okay, I'm here at the end. This is my last fan. So into the last fan inside the chain 3 space, all you're going to do is a slip stitch like this. Okay, and now for the next row, you're going to turn, and into the first double crochet, you're going to make a slip stitch, a slip stitch into the second double crochet, a slip stitch into the third double crochet, and a slip stitch inside the chain 3 space. Chain 3, and into the chain 3 space, 3 double crochets, 1, 2, 3. And now again we have our fan into the third double crochet, 8 front post single crochet, chain 3, and inside the chain 3 space, 3 double crochets. Okay, and then again, same thing we've been doing for the previous row. So I'm going to fast forward this part again,
because you should know this part already. So I will show you one more time how to end your rows once you're on a decrease.
Okay, so here's the last fan for the previous row. Into the chain 3 space, we're going to make a slip stitch. Then we're going to turn, and we're going to make a slip stitch into this first double crochet, a slip stitch into the second, a slip stitch into the third, and a slip stitch inside the chain 3 space. Chain 3, and inside the chain 3 space, 3 double crochets. Okay, so this is all you're going to do, exactly how I showed you. Into the third double crochet, a front post single crochet, chain 3, 3 double crochets inside the chain 3 space. Okay, so you're going to continue like this all the way to the very end until you have 1 fan left. And then I'll come back and show you what we need to do to complete our corner to corner crystal wave stitch. Okay, I'm about to make my last fan for this very corner, so I'm just going to make my 3 double crochets. Okay, and then here all you have to do is just make a slip stitch into this last chain 3 space. Okay, and there's our last fan for the very corner. So here all you're going to do is just cut your yarn and pass this through this last stitch and pull. And here it is. This is what it looks like once it's done. There it is. Very pretty. Okay, so this has been today's tutorial. I hope you like it. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time.